Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, Alright, again I'd like to thank you all for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. It really helps my channel to grow, gets my message out there to a wider audience. Okay. And again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. So I'm just splitting these decks, alright? I'm just going to go with what's on top of some of these decks, alright? And with what I've got with splitting the decks, we've got investigating, main male is under investigation, we've got unexpected income for paying, a married couple, alright, and expecting this main female, alright, to join in. We've got thoughts and change the way this masculine or feminine was viewed within their hometown, alright. Something's coming to light about this situation. Pathway coming to light. We've got anger management. So what they've done, and then we've got theft. What they have done is got in on some sort of theft, and to cover up this theft, they was paying corrupt law enforcement money under the table, alright, to cover up this theft. Now, this main female, with this thoughts and message, was messaging other people, alright, and passing mean messages around in the local community to get this masculine or feminine mad because it was a load of lies. They was chatting bollocks, alright. Total assassination of character. Enough evil, malicious and unjustified lies to make anyone get angry, especially if they are labelling you as something what you are not, alright. We've got great fortune. We've got mature man. So we did have courtship and here. So this mature man and whoever he was courting or dating, and his daughter, alright, also wanted to split this great fortune up between themselves, alright. Also wanted to cover up this theft. So also was messaging evil, malicious and unjustified lies, assassination of character, annihilating someone's good reputation for a laugh. For a laugh, alright. There was messaging a community of people to get in on gang stalking and lying, backstabbing and chatting shit about this masculine or feminine because they was all getting paid. A corrupt judge even called for a gagging order. Yeah. Because they was helping cover up this theft. Because they was also taking a cut of this unexpected income under the table. We've got personality disorder. Wow. Oh, wowie, yeah. So we've got personality disorder. They all struggle with personality disorders like psychopaths, okay, narcissists, schizophrenics, alright? They knew because they knew people who worked in the law who was corrupt, just as corrupt as them. A crooked bailsman, alright, who would just bail them out. If they ever got caught by one of these good cops, alright, this crooked bailman would just bail them out and let them get away with it, alright? This community of people who's grouped together expect you to let them walk all over you. They do. So they expected this masculine or feminine to just lay down and take it. We've got this masculine was doing this to his own child, his own son or daughter, because they knew we've got mental health unit and bad health. They knew somebody who worked within the mental health unit who was just going to label them as mentally unstable or not got the mental capacity, alright? Can't look after themselves, can't do nothing for themselves, alright? Lacking, alright? Bedridden, child labour gift, because they was working with this corrupt community of people, okay, to accept some gifts of like money or something like that, money or drugs. To change medical records, we've got a message of concern. To change medical records. They was rallying the troops, okay? We've got like a matriarch, Jenny, mature woman, who wants to be seen as like a head of this family, alright? She wanted to be seen as a head, matriarch. She was rallying the troops and all she was. Tell you why. Because she wanted sudden wealth. So there's sudden wealth and great fortune, and they was all getting paid unexpected income under the table, alright, community people, all getting involved in lying, taking the absolute piss. Can't even get this is taking the piss. Can't even pick this card up. Taking the absolute piss out of this masculine or feminine in the courtroom, saying they've not got the mental capacity to do this, not got the mental capacity to do that. They're lacking here, lacking there, lacking here, and lacking there. Because they was getting some gifts, alright? Of money, okay? Some sort of materialistic things. They was all lying on earth. Or they was all lying on earth in this courtroom on somebody who is covered by the divine, alright? Someone in this connection we've got politician, low vibrations. Can't even get the cards. What a task. Wants to be seen as a politician, alright? Wants people to think he's got some, with his force, some big opinions, but he's just mentally retarded. He ain't got no big opinions at all. He's not. He's just a paranoid schizophrenic or a narcissist or a psychopath, alright, who thinks he's got some big opinions. Not at all. He's involved in hacking computers and stealing ideas. He's also involved in taking money for somebody else's work, okay, profits money for somebody else's work, and then wants to think he's got some big opinions and wants people to view him as a politician. But he's just a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, alright? Filing false reports and wants this masculine or feminine put under investigation for a shit ton of false reports because everyone in this local community has been filing false reports. Ring, 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 ring. They're all like, yeah, rock on, man. Rock on. Dude. Yeah. Nah, darling. Now, red hair or ginger hair could be significant. We've got this older, mature man who wants to be seen as some sort of gangster in a motorcycle club, alright? So he just wanted to take hold of a large chunk of this money from his motorcycle gang pals to get some new clobber, to get some new leathers, some new jackets, new helmets, new Harley Davidson bikes. Come on, you know, join in with this gang stalking, mate, and head of like a gang or something. That's what you want to be seen of. Yeah. Let's thrash this masculine or feminine in Baphomet rituals, yeah? So it's a satanic motorcycle club, okay, who are nothing but dark practitioners who do black magic, hoodoo, voodoo, root work, okay, satanic rituals. So he's head of motorcycle gang and he's been splitting it amongst himself, alright? Him and his daughter and his daughter's mother, alright, just wanted the money to live a life of luxury, and everything what they've built, everything what they've got is through robbery and theft. They've got no love in their hearts at all. I'm also getting some of these people like to play like guitar or something, like to think there's some sort of fucking, I don't know, some sort of rock legend or something, because it can strum a few tunes. Somebody else's tunes there, yeah, 666. Somebody else's tunes, because they're all straight up copy and frigging pasters, alright? Probably watching you on Instagram or Facebook or even maybe YouTube, alright? They're all fakes because they can't even strum a guitar and write some of their own music or anything like that. They're just a straight up copy and paster. They've always got to sing somebody else's music or something, you know, try and redo somebody else's music because they can't even make a decent tune-up of their own. These type of people, denying, stealing, deluded, gaslighted, they're delusional. These absolute monsters have been doing nothing but harass this masculine or feminine for years. We've got soul records, like it was in somebody's sole purpose to write music, and they took the money to the music, alright, and they thought it was like mastermind. It was a good plan. They're very good at manipulating things to go in their favour. Very good. Makes you like a parrot. So this is somebody who wants to take your full life, your full identity, and pose to be you, so doppelganger type of energy. They need to find a hobby. They need to find a hobby. They really do. They don't know who they are outside of this robbing the life out of everybody and stealing off everybody. Alright, they don't know who they are outside of gang stalking and their gang affiliated crimes or the cult affiliated crimes. They don't know who they are, because if they stand alone, these type of people, they're absolute nothings and they're nobodies. Yeah, they've got very low self-esteem, alright? So they only feel like big man or big woman or what have you when they're in a gang, when they're in a group, alright? When they're all feeding off each other. We've got university teacher or lecturer involved, or a student. We've got blue collar crimes, robbery, assault, murder, shoplifting, prostitution. A sister involved in blue collar crimes. Right, we've got They're all starting gossip, get no facts. Corrupt law have been tampering with evidence, all starting gossip, yet no facts. Weird. Absolutely weird. And when I say weird, I mean weird. Forging signatures on legal documentation because they want this masculine, this feminine's life path. Alright? Fake identity, stolen identity, linking to a grooming gang. Who do moon magic and lunacy spells. And they're a scamming group. We've got self-harming in reverse. So some people in this connection, maybe main female or main male, yeah, used to self-harm at some point in their life. And then money was coming in towards this masculine or feminine, and there was like, do you know what? I'm bankrupt right now. I'm brassic. I'm getting involved in this sick shit too, right? There's great fortune here coming on in, alright? There's sudden wealth, and we'll just give people unexpected income, alright? And then they've been paying for suicide spells. This is coming from people who have suicidal tendencies, or did have, alright? These plebs who work in groups, so they've all tried to end themselves a couple of times. Somebody got 300,000 to 400,000 deposited into their bank account. Schemes exposed. They lied in court. We've got full group going down in reverse. They was trying to stop the full group from going down. Because they didn't want people outside of their cult, their coven, their group, their gang, to how toxic they actually was. They wanted people to respect them and admire them and look up to them for frittering the cash, pissing it up the wall, spending it on a shit ton of drugs. 5'5" could be significant. 4'7" could be significant. We've got like pirating, like plagiarism. They got involved in child. Trying to bump a child or children. Like this masculine wanted to bump his own child off for this money. But it's come out in reverse. Couldn't do it. Involved in stealing cars, and then what they are doing in this total twist in this tale is labelling this masculine or feminine as them. So it's like a destiny swap, alright? Yeah, he, she's doing this, doing that, doing this, he, she, but it's them. It's them. It's them who's been self-harming, alright? It's them who's been trying to sacrifice child or children, alright? It's them who's been sending evil eye. It's them who's the absolute monsters. Monster there. It's them. They're all going to prison for life. Someone in this connection, salesman, saleswoman, so background in phone sales or car sales or selling some sort of products. Holds no weight in spirit. They hold no weight in spirit. even if there was like 60 stone, physically, spiritually, they hold no weight in the spirit realm at all. At all. We've got British, UK. So this has been going down in the UK. Been going down in the UK. Linking to like a romance scam. They're all about the money. Okay, we've got gang stalking where they're parking on up at a parking lot car park, okay, wherever this masculine or feminine goes, even if they pop to the local shops, with the bees into the local shop, alright, needs to get a life. Again, they don't know who they are outside of this gang stalking, outside of this motorcycle club. They've not got a clue. They don't know who they are outside of this robbery or this theft, because that's all they've ever been. And again, some of these people in this connection have always had a long running mental health battles with suicidal tendencies, alright, but all of a sudden, as soon as they got wind of this money coming on in, they thought, I'm going to be happy now, because they're all about the money. They think money is happiness. Kidnapping for money payout. They got involved in kidnapping with this corrupt court, this corrupt community of people who's got involved in kidnapping kids and child sacrificing for materialistic gains. Doing some depression magic. We just want this person to be depressed so we can label them as depressed, and we just want this person to keep flipping on out with all these sick things we keep doing because we snatched the kiddies, alright, we tried to sacrifice them and kiddies, alright, that didn't go to plan because these people hold no weight in spirit. They was getting in on gang stalking, they was doing voodoo dolls. They took over £5 million, split it amongst themselves, spent it on gang stalking, yeah, drugs trafficking, partying, pissing it up the wall, then doing beauty magic because they want this masculine or feminine to just look like a dog. And they look absolutely gorgeous with spell work because it's creating illusion around them that they're absolutely gorgeous. Madness. We've got cyberbullies. Cyberbullies. So these females, they just got involved because it was all about the money and the nanny. Alright. And these masculines, they was just all about their nanny and money. Tried to do crown chakra blockages because they didn't want this masculine or feminine to receive any downloads from the divine, alright, because they didn't want them to know their plots, their plans, their schemes. They didn't want them to sit there and think, hang on a minute, something's coming through from the angels, something's coming through, you know, from spirit guides, there's something not right here. They didn't want that at all because they didn't want it to come to light what they was doing. They just wanted to drink some cocktails at a bar, darling, a couple of beers, pissing it up the frigging wall. I don't know. We've got police force trying to hide evidence. But Jesus is onto these, alright? They're all money power hungry. So corrupt coppers was taking £50,000 to £60,000 under the table. Someone was taking £300,000 to £400,000 under the table. We've got two lots of, they're all about the money. It was like the icing on the cake for them. Sweet. Sweet. But they tried to do this to someone who was covered by the divine. They want to know this masculine or feminine's every move. With this pirate store, they could have bought a boat. They could have bought a boat. They're stuck in their own illusions, yeah? And, well, I'm getting this beauty spell has wore off. This beauty spell has wore off and it's bouncing back and everyone is just looking how they actually are, which is nothing but a demon in a meat suit, nothing but a devil in a meat suit, and they all need an exorcism. They all need an exorcism. They all need an exorcism, alright? They just wanted to serve the devil. They didn't want to listen to the Most High, because I'm telling you, the Most High was trying to tell them to stop. But they didn't want to. They didn't want to. Soulless beings. They've lost the soul. They're so far away from Jesus Christ, it's unbelievable. Because they're going to hell for what they've done. They've been doing jar spells. A Grandad figure. Now he's asking for soul forgiveness. Could have a background in building. A background in building. He knows he's going to get dragged to hell, he does. Paying £50,000 to £60,000. I don't bloody know. Maybe to these corrupt healthcare workers at the mental health unit, or maybe to these corrupt courthouse, corrupt NHS staff. To do this to somebody who's got a very strong connection to Jesus Christ and a very strong connection to the angelic realm. But did they care about that? They didn't at all. They didn't care about that at all. Got bad coppers involved. They didn't care that Jesus Christ is king at all. They just thought they was like king of their own world, like king of some sort of a cult. King of the occult is what I'm getting. They just thought there was king of the occult. We've got a banker or bank assistant. So somebody who know in this connection, okay, who works at a bank, or did work at a bank, who knows how to fiddle things. Do you know what I mean? Who knows how to fiddle things, who's got away with like money laundering before and selling other people's bank details and shifting money from accounts to accounts. Oh yes. Oh yes. Label you as them. So this is what they've been doing. Labelling this masculine as them. When they're mentally retarded, we've got child endangerment. They didn't care about putting this child or children's life in danger. They was doing an inheritance job, like an insurance job, whatever this child or children was going to stand to inherit when their mother or father passed. They did fake wills, poisoning food and drink, and they was actually trying to poison child or children's food or drinks and poisoned them to death as a form of child sacrifice. I did just see like natural high, like it was but I put it back. It was like a camping picture and it said natural high on it. They wanted this to be labelled as like a natural death, or they all slipped away, it was an accident. Can't believe it, it's absolutely awful. I'm even getting, these ones who serve the devil, I'm even getting, like they was willing to sit there, this granddad, and watch his own grandchild or grandchildren die. Because he was trying to sacrifice his own grandchild or grandchildren. They was plotting on WhatsApp, these jealous snakes. No way. They wanted to label it. I'm getting that some of these child or children was in between the age of 5 and 10. They didn't care there, which is disgusting. I'm trying to find this card again because they was they just died of natural causes. What happened to them? That's awful, that is, in it. They are going to prison for life for this, yeah, but I need to find this card. What did stand out to me, but then I just didn't take it because they wanted to label it as like a natural death. Just eat, there could have been poisoning takeaways. You know what I mean? A few grand under the table, poison their takeaway. They're getting takeaway tonight, poison the takeaway. Got a group chat, WhatsApp maybe exposing this. Poison their takeaway for us and we'll make out like, God knows how they died. They died of whatever they was going to make up. They was all biting their lips, thinking, oh, I can't wait for this to happen. I can't wait, these soulless beings, I can't wait for this to happen. You know, we'll create a gas leak or we'll poison the food, alright? Something what's going to instantly, you know, like horse tranquilised or something, all over the food or something what they know for a fact is not good and it's very toxic for human consumption, poisoning and kids. They've all got fake personalities because the personalities are on loans. They're all acting. They're all actors. Attempted murder on child or children. Either one of these children or some of these children was only aged between 5 to 10. This mature man was doing this to his own son or daughter and his own grandchild or grandchildren. Involved in like fake ID, because he's been living under a fake identity in order to escape law from his previous crimes of a similar nature, just in case this prick ever got found out and he got put under investigation. He thought, I'm going to change my name, because then if I change my name, alright, when these good cops come looking for me, they're never going to be able to find me because I'm living under a fake name and I've got a fake account. And so this mature man who was in this masculine motorcycle club, group of misogynists, woman haters. Wow. Wow. group of misogynists is actually the birds whistling outside. I didn't mean to sleep yet. We've got placing cameras in your home. So they was placing these lost souls, placing cameras inside this masculine or feminine's home, this father figure, this grandfather figure, to watch his own child and grandchild or grandchildren just die. Someone was getting paid 100,000 to 200,000 to tear a blind eye. Go on, we'll just label it as a natural death. Main male has a son, thinks that his child or children deserve a better life by taking this money and willing to have his own nephew or nieces just die for the love of money. Got a private investigator who's gathering evidence. Again, they was all just biting the lips, thinking I can't wait for this plan to pull off. You know what I mean? I'm going to do this with the money, I'm going to do that. There was already, before they even received their share of this money, there was already planning on what it was all going on. They was doing root chakra magic because they wanted to have this masculine or feminine become ungrounded, okay, and burn out because they want to burn this masculine or feminine's chakras out. Bad coppers was helping, yeah, because they just wanted to have a good piss up with the lads from work and spend it on prostitutes and shit like that, strippers. We're having a lads' night out. Alright, you stay at home tonight with kiddies, yeah? The ones who had kids. Stalker. So they was all getting in on stalking, alright? It was all premeditated. There was even picking out a little shitty bunch of flowers, alright? What they was going to put at this masculine or feminine's grave. This mature man was already picking out some flowers, what he was going to put at his own grandchild or grandchildren's grave, and make out like he was a grieving man. He's got a very heavy heart, a very, very heavy heart. Never repented once in his whole life, and I'm getting his incestuous too. Never repented in his whole life, ever. Even his missus, we've got courtship. He's not even happy in the relationship. He's got a rancid energy field, because who would do that to their own child or grandchildren? And he's been using entities to control people. So he's been conjuring these entities up, sending them towards his own child and grandchildren in order to attach to them. Along with the man who's always down at the gym, always working out. You might see a picture of this masculine looking all beefcakey on social media. And he was taking 300,000 to 400,000 pounds. Danger. Could have tried to start some sort of electrical fire or a gas fire, or and it's a very dangerous cult coven group gang. I'm getting these private investigators, the ones who is investigating these, they're cutting through all these illusions. We've got 30,000 to 40,000 pound, and we've got a corrupt solicitor. Corrupt solicitor was totally down for it for 30,000 to 40,000 pound. These Bully Boys police force, they was totally down for it for 30,000 to 40,000 pound. Oh, we'll have a right good night out and that. We'll all get champagne and ice. All these women and stuff like that, they're going to be flocking to us, aren't the guys? Yeah. All these rent boys, they're going to be flocking round us. Yeah. We'll just label the one who's speaking out about it as well. They're just having some mood swings. They're mentally unstable because they were set of low-rank cranks. Some of these had military backgrounds. Military background, so they've been trained previous in popping people, alright? Trained previous in stalking their victims, their prey. Because the predators working with an assassin in reverse. So they was working with an assassin. No set of silly cows. Yeah. Military involved in gang stalking. A builder involved. Someone with a builder's background. Or they wanted to build something. They wanted to buy a building with some of this money. Yeah, do a building up. Wanted clout for all their evil acts. They wanted to buy a building. Their schemes are exposed. Linking to a secret society. Dark witch, all about the money, so she was down for doing spell work. And falsifying readings and giving wrong readings on this masculine or feminine, because she's a fake reader. She's a fake reader. She's ugly on the inside. She's not but a Jezebel, a succubus. She's been getting involved in cyberbullying, alright? She took a large chunk of this money after doing a shit ton of spell work, and then was putting hits down on this masculine or feminine too. Probably one of these sex workers, because she thought that she deserved more money. She thought she deserved a better life. She couldn't wait for this money to come on in. She couldn't. She's also been self-harming throughout her whole life. They're going to lose everything they stole. Some of these people, alright, was going to some sort of counsellor or mental health staff for years for help with their mental health, and then all of a sudden they're getting all of this money and they're doing all these evil acts and deeds, and now they're feeling all top of the fucking morning because they're minted now, because apparently a big wad of money heals these people overnight. Just overnight, rapidly. All this mental health, what they've been struggling with, and all this self-harm and suicidal tendencies, just gone overnight because they got all the money. They've even tried to hypnotise people, like the snake in, is it like Jungle Book, where the snake comes down from the tree and he starts hypnotising like that. So they've been hypnotising people. Wanting protection to cover up their corruption. They've got it all planned out, just a flash of the quatch, alright. Slither on in, start coming on to her, do some love me spells and sex magic, and you'll have them by the balls, darling. PTSD in reverse. one or some of these people claim to have PTSD at some point, but after getting involved in doing these evil acts, evil deeds, and getting some money for the participation in stalking and spying, they've not got no post-traumatic stress disorder or no mental health problems at all now. You're having a laugh. Black magic backfired 100,000. So it's all backfiring. Let's see what spell works. Backfiring. These love attacks are backfiring. So they wanted to disrupt all your areas of your life, platonic, love life and romantic, alright? So now their love life is in shambles, alright? Their platonic relationships, alright? And their romantic relationships, the relationships with their child or children or partners and all that, the wives, alright? Even the sex partners, the hookers and stuff like that fall into shit. Someone is obsessed with you where they cannot stop thinking about you. So I'm getting those doing some sort of obsession magic. Obsess about me, think about me, alright. Trauma bonding as well, obsess about me, think about me. Mirror work, that's all backfiring, alright. Now when they look at themselves in the mirror, they can't even stand what's looking back at them anymore because they know they're soulless. Told you they was doing sex magic, innit? That's all bouncing back, okay? People are seeing through these Jezebels. People are seeing through these Jezebels. Binding spell, that's backfired, that's broken, and now they've been bound to the devil. Oh, love magic. Someone thinks you hurt them and are mad and out to seek revenge. So you could have outed them. You could have outed them for what they're doing and they got furious. So start doing love magic on everybody. Love me, message me, think about me, obsess about me, binding spells, the lot. Sex magic. But it's all broken. So the energy work done against you is done, it's over, the spell has been broken. They was trying to create blockages. And now they've got a shit ton of blockages in their own life, okay? Again, this binding spell has been broken, it's bounced on back, and now they're bound to the devil. The devil's got hold of them. And when it's time for them to go, he's going to drag them to hell. The light will be illuminated on your situation. What is done in the dark will come to light. Always does in the end. Always does in the end. They wanted this to just be buried and just be seen as a natural death, and they took their own life, wanted awful, but they've survived all these attacks. They was doing voodoo dolls out of jealousy because they was having withdrawal symptoms from this energy, from this light, and they wanted to drain this essence and cloak themselves in divine masculine, divine feminine's energy and feel absolutely beautiful. They did, yeah. But they're nothing but a demon, a Jezebel, an incubus, a succubus, alright? Not but a devil in a meat suit. Someone is conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way. But we've got reversal magic. I'm just going to go with reversal magic because all of that work masculine or feminine was doing, alright, then demons was just getting conjured and then just going on straight back to them. Because it's masculine or feminine, yeah, spiritually protected. Now they've got a lot of energetic burdens and dark entities, spiritually transmitted disease, spiritually transmitted demons, alright? Because they're nothing but a sex demon. Yeah, a sex demon. They want you to feel sorry for them. Feel sorry for me spell. A sympathy spell. So they want everyone to feel sorry for them and have sympathy for them when they've been working with a legion of demonic spirits. It's getting late. I'm telling you, it's real late. A legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you from people around you. Legions of them. They kept getting instant karma though. But did they go on off to do another spell? They did, because they're not all there in their heads, alright? They're addicted to spellware. Someone does not want you to be happy in love, but they're not even happy. Boom, that's backfired. They're not happy in their own lives or their own relationships. Return to sender. With energy work, cleansing and prayer, what they did to you will be sent back to them, wrapped in a tiny bow. And because it kept backfiring, they were sending more evil eye, and they was getting even more mad. Because of the backfires, these corrupt people who work at the courthouse, okay, this corrupt community, corrupt law, it kept backfiring, and they was going mad at the backfire. Mad at the backfire. Even more mad because their bank accounts are under investigation. Paying people to stalk, alright, corrupt law officials, been trying to burn evidence. So quite possibly a building's just set afire magically. We haven't got a clue how it started, alright, not got a clue what happened here. They caused that fire deliberately, just to cover on up, because there was a lot of evidence, okay? So they tried to burn it in a house, a home, a flat, okay? Maybe even a building, what they bought. They could have burned that to pieces, set it afire, just to do some sort of insurance job on that. Oh, it's alright, we're insured. We'll bang all the evidence in here. We'll put some petrol on it. We'll set it alight, alright. We've got these corrupt solicitors and all that involved. We've got this Bully Boys police force involved. We'll get away with it and we'll just say we haven't got a clue how this fire started. Linking to a pedo ring too. Oh no. Oh no. So they wanted to keep a pedo ring up and running. Look, we've got gas man. Knock, knock, knock at the door. We come to do your gas checks, love. I know we're from council and you do a gas check. Let us in then, alright. Fiddled with the gas, created a gas leak to try and gas masculine or feminine out and child or children. Jealous of this masculine or feminine's supernatural gift, and they've just generated more karma for their full entire bloodline. But they don't care. They really don't care. This Grandad don't care. Who was trying to bump his own child and his own grandchildren off. He didn't give a fucking damn about any karma. Always been angry at his own child's life. And his own grandchildren's life. Always. Because he's always been a very dark man. Very dark. Look, dodgy gas man. They got onto a dodgy gas man. the local council. Knockity knock, 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 knock. Yeah, we're expecting for you to open up your door, darling. Alright. I was thinking, I was going to go on in, alright, tamper with their gas supply, okay, fiddle, create a leak, alright, so masculine or feminine and child or children was getting gassed out. And then while they was gassing this masculine or feminine out, they was bullying this masculine or feminine. They're all getting done for attempted murder. Again, just a confirmation. Black magic backfired. Just disgusting. Someone coming towards you with info. Could be this private investigator who's been gathering evidence. Absolute shocking. Knows that these people, okay, have been tampering with evidence. Issuing warrants out for their arrest. It's only a matter of time for these money power hungry, heavy hearted people. Only a matter of time. Harassed by prank calls. So while they was doing this, they was harassing this masculine or feminine, prank calling, even corrupt law enforcement involved, yeah, kidnapping for money payout, and then we got child endangerment again, and they kidnapped the child or children. They did try and bump child or children off, but they was outed. Full group is going down. You could be a psychic investigator, okay, or you could be coming to someone like me to solve this crime. Or you could be coming to someone like me, you could be a karmic and wanting to know if we can pick you up, and we can. We can pick you up, alright, and you is going down. In no way, shape or form, people be getting away with this type of shit, let me tell you that. There ain't no amount of money on this planet what can cover this type of shit up for me. Not even 60 million billion. Not when there's children involved in getting gassed out and trying to sacrifice child or children. We've got undercover policewoman watching. Not even 60 million billion, yeah, would I be paid to cover this attempted murder on child or children up. Not even 60 million billion, thank you. I'd be like, shove your money up your crack hole, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you're a judge or not, alright? You're getting locked up for life. Yeah. There they are. Alright, okay, so, if that really resonated, you may know some of the tea. You could be an undercover investigator yourself, knowing that they was fabricating evidence at the distant horizons. These people are going to be outed for being fake, false, fraudulent, foul, sinister, evil, haters who are going to be angry, yeah, when they get locked up and exposed for who they truly are. But some of them, we've got doing drugs, can still get their mental health tablets locked up in the prison. Of course they can. Of course they can. Disgusting. Trying to gas kids out and that. This dodgy gas man. It's absolutely foul. So yeah, they're all going to get locked up for life. For us. So, I'm sending peace, love, and like.